Welcome to the topic on HCC TV. I'm Todd Duplantis. Glad to have you with us today. If you're watching us on HCC TV, we're glad to have you here. First off, make sure you follow us in social media. You can also find us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Houston Community College. Find the channel, subscribe, and you'll get notifications when we post brand new shows just like this one. We're talking today about our Global Energy Center of Excellence. We've got one here at HCC, and they're training the workforce of tomorrow. Whether you're working from home or hitting the highway or to get back into the office, energy is vital to your daily life. Dr. Mehmet Argin, Dean of Global Energy Center of Excellence, joins us now to discuss how HCC is meeting the needs of the energy industry for 2020 and beyond. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here, Dr. Argin.
Thank you, Todd. Thanks for having me.
First off, let's talk about the Energy Center, Global Energy Center of Excellence, because I know you have a number of programs in it. Maybe you can talk about those programs at the top and tell us just briefly a little bit about each one.
We have 4 programs at the Global Energy Center of Excellence: Electronics Engineering Technology, Process Technology, Petroleum Engineering Technology, and Instrumentation and Control Engineering Technology. These programs was established and designed to train technicians for oil and gas industry. We also have industrial technology and energy continuing education side, and we are creating short courses to help support the workforce.
Let's talk about some of the initiatives you have. A lot of things that HCC is very proud of is we have partnerships with industry, other universities to have students go into a 4-year degree program. Let's talk about some of the partnerships you have with the Global Energy Center of Excellence.
We have partnership with BP, and the BP is supporting the launch of dual credit programs at ISTs. We also have Occidental is supporting our students and providing scholarship and for the students in the global energy programs. We are also partnering with Lamar University. We have articulation agreement. So our students, if they want to transfer to 4-year colleges, they can also transfer to Lamar University. And we are in the process of launching dual credit programs at ALIF IST and KD IST in addition to HIST.
For the students who are looking to go further in college, obviously we have those partnerships available for a 4-year degree. But what about people who are coming back into maybe the workforce, looking to retrain themselves, or students who may be saying, you know what, I don't know if I want a 4-year degree, maybe I don't want a 2-year degree. Do we have shorter term programs where they can get a certification and go directly in the workforce?
Well, all of our programs have level 2 certificate, and electronics engineering technology has a level 1 certificate. So these certificates allow students to gain enough skills to find a job in industry. We are also in the process of developing more level 1 certificates that's for a quick entry into the workforce. Our continuing education side already has scaffolding, RIC 1 and OSHA courses, and these are all helping people to gain skills for industry.
And the scaffolding, I know we've done on the topic years ago, we've done some stories on the scaffolding program. That's a very short program, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. In a couple of weeks, they get the enough skills, necessary skills to find occupation. That's true.
And for that program itself, there are a lot of job possibilities out there that are workers that are needed, I guess, at these job sites because you learn how to construct the scaffolding safely under OSHA rules. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct. And they can learn it, and they can, find a job very easily, very quickly. And there are jobs available for scaffolders.
How have your programs been looking now that we've gone into a virtual world with delivering most of the education online? I would imagine you have a lot of lab components where the students would come there in a limited fashion on a campus, but most of your instruction is done online. How is that working out?
Well, we are already using virtual reality drilling simulation in the petroleum engineering program, and we start exploring alternative virtual tools in the spring semester after the stay-at-home orders. And so virtual simulations have been added to our curriculums. Faculty is using and will continue to use them as a supplemental material. But of course, these courses, these resources cannot fully replace the hands-on activities in a workforce program.
Yeah.
But it will still remain as a supplemental to support the comprehension of the material.
How have the students been reacting to the virtual components that you've been offering?
Well, at the beginning, I mean, everybody struggled to adjust themselves to this environment because face-to-face, we so get used to, learning and teaching at the face-to-face environment. But eventually everybody is now, I mean, I know some students even like virtual much better than hands-on, but of course for our workforce programs, we are limited to the online tools. We have to teach in the lab and teach them hands-on activities.
Dr. Argin, I want to talk to you about a couple of specific programs. Number one, the Developing Petroleum Data Management. What does that involve and how long is the course schedule with that?
Well, when life becomes normal after COVID-19, we know that demand for oil and petroleum technicians will increase again. So in the meantime, our goal is to develop short courses so that those who are laid off can gain skills and knowledge to get back to work. So data management is one of these. Data is everywhere. There is a high demand for evaluation of the big data in every sector, including oil and gas industry. So this is going to be offered through our continuing education side. So it's not going to be semester long. It's going to be maybe 4 weeks or 6 weeks. So students are able to learn how to use, how to evaluate data. And because industry would like to forecast what's going to happen by looking at the existing data.
Talk about another program you have, the Petroleum Land Management program. From what I understand, these are short courses that can get you into the workforce quickly, kind of one of those certifications that you said you can turn around fairly quickly.
That's true. Like I said, there will be, again, rising demand for petroleum technicians, and we want our technicians and those who are in the industry would like to gain a land management skills. Land management basically allows you, teach you to locate a drilling place and work with the employer and the landowners and negotiate the lease agreements with government agencies, getting the permits, and then overseeing the production of the oil. And then finally, once you're done with the well, you have to work with the government authorities on closing and abandonment of the well. So we're going to teach these concepts in this course.
For students who may be going through your program right now, you kind of touched on it about the oil industry getting back to full strength. Do you see that happening? We've all heard that the industry's changed, as it does. It's very cyclical. And we all know that living here in Houston. But the oil industry has changed. What are the job prospects looking like right now? Can students get hired virtually and start working? What are you telling your students?
Oil and gas industry is not limited only one place, because there is upstream where the production, exploration of the oil. We have midstream, it's transporting of the oil, and the downstream. But in global energy program, we are training technicians for instrumentation and control. I mean, these plants will remain, and the oil production, maybe right now there is some delay. It is going to come back, and those people will need technicians. So I don't see a major problem for our students. They can still find a job and employed in this oil and gas industry.
We're talking with Dr. Mehmet Argin, and he is the Dean of the Global Energy Center of Excellence here at Houston Community College. Dr. Argin, thanks for joining us today and giving us a briefing of all the programs that you have going on. If you'd like to explore more about these programs, we'll have the link in the social media post for this show. Dr. Argin, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot, Todd.
So we're going to go ahead and take a short break. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll talk about process technology. That's right. Stick around.
The faculty at HCC represents the best of the city. They're committed to getting our students to their goals. HCC, for everyone, anytime, anyway.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet,
We discover
they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
I love teaching at HCC.
I love helping students.
With college credits.
With scholarships and financial aid.
Training them for life-changing careers.
Come learn with us. HCC, for everyone, anytime, anyway.
Welcome back to The Topic. I'm Todd Duplantis, and if you're watching us on HCC TV, thanks for tuning in. You can also find us on social media. We're under Houston Community College on Facebook. We're also under Houston Community College on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get the postings for the show. And did you know we have a podcast channel? You can download all of our shows as audio podcasts. It's very cool. Listen to them while you're out running. Check it out, hccs.edu/podcasts. All right, back to the show. We're talking to members of our Global Energy Center of Excellence here at Houston Community College. You know, process technology is a vital part of any manufacturing organization. As the current generation of process technology professionals move towards retirement, just like a lot of professions around this country, HCC is bringing new talent to the table. Dr. Azita Ahosseini, the program coordinator for process technology, is here to tell us more. Good to see you, Dr. Ahosseini.
Hi, good to see you too. Thank you very much for having me.
We were talking earlier with Dr. Mehmet Argin, the Dean of the Global Energy Center of Excellence, and we were talking about the dual credit programs. And before we get into the process technology and everything there, let's talk about your dual credit programs, because you do have programs for high school students.
Yes, correct. With our team in Global Energy Institute, we started collaborating with high schools through dual credit program. And in this program, we invite students who are interested in process technology careers and train them by offering some courses, which mainly are core courses and lecture-based. And they can take these courses at their senior year. And after graduating from high school, they can transfer them to our ACC Northeast campus for other courses, core courses, online or lab required. Then they can either get their level 2 certificate or associate degree, and after graduation they can apply for open positions in process industries or manufacturing companies, or they have this choice to apply for their 4-year degree in Lamar University and get their industrial engineering degree over there. So it's a very clear and smooth pathway for our students to know what they are going to do for their future education and careers.
So Dr. Ahosseini, I know when we think Global Energy Center of Excellence, for those here at HCC, we're also always thinking the Northeast College, but I understand you guys are expanding to the Southwest College.
Correct, that's a very good question. Yes, we started expanding our program to other HCC Center of Excellence, that they have good potential and high potential of attracting students for the process technology program. And the first try was Southwest College, and we have started offering some courses in that Southwest from 2020, fall 2020. And our students over there, they can get these courses, which are mostly lecture-based, and then will come to our campus, Northeast campus, for taking other lab-required courses and get actually transfer their courses over there.
Let me ask you this, because you and I talked on one of our other shows not that long ago. You were a guest. And one thing I was fascinated by, when you think process technology, you're always thinking the oil industry and the processing of fuels. But you had plainly stated that really a lot of industries may use this technology you're doing at HCC, and you may not just work in the oil industry.
Of course, yes, that's true. All manufacturing companies, chemical and petrochemical, pharmaceutical, power plants, pulp and paper, food and beverage, and and also we have mine industries also in our program. So you can see how broad this program is, and how it can include all of those manufacturing and process industries. It's in itself.
It goes across the board, so you're not just pigeonholed into one industry per se. Let me ask you this, because I know your department's very proud of the labs you have set up for the students, where they not only get to use high-tech equipment, but also some computer software that's very unique and industry standard.
Yes, we have equipped lab, technical lab, computer sessions, including and containing simulators, models, and software. We have instrumentation and equipment lab, glass distillation column that can be controlled remotely by a DCS system. So our students, after they deal with theory and some practicing on models and simulators, they can come to the lab and work with a real device and control and operate it by themselves.
So our students are really trained to go directly into the industry and with the right equipment training as well. Let me ask you this. Certifications. Do you have short-term certifications in process technology? And what's the average length that students need to take?
Right now we have level 2 certificate, and they should take 40 credit hours and some courses, some core courses and lab required courses to take level 2 certificate. We are working with our team at HCC marketing team to get some information about industrial needs and marketing information to develop a level 1 certificate also for those programs. And we are working on it. We need just more information to start.
And your department has recently been endorsed by NAPTA. What is this exactly?
NAPTA is North American Process Technology Alliance. This is an organization that develop curriculums, work on designing textbook, adapting it, training sessions for trainers, instructors, and students also. They prepare some clubs like troubleshooting competition clubs for students. And this is a very good third party for process technology to work. And we have very good collaboration with this organization. They endorsed us since 2019, and we have been a very active member of this organization.
Dr. Azita Ahosseini, thanks for being here on the show today and shedding a little light on the process technology program. If you'd like to learn more, as always, we'll have the post in the social media post for the show. We'll give you the link so you can explore the program. Thanks for being here and stay safe.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Once again, we'll return. This time we'll talk to one of our students and hear about their experience in global energy.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced House Hunter. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
The faculty at HCC represents the best of the city. They're committed to getting our students to their goals.
A 4-year degree.
Workforce training. A better life.
HCC, for everyone, anytime, anyway.
Welcome back to The Topic. I'm Todd Duplantis. We are talking about our Global Energy Center of Excellence here at Houston Community College. Before we get on with the show, a little bit of housework here to take care of. Make sure you find us in social media. Follow us on Facebook. Find us on Twitter under Houston Community College. Follow us there, but also jump on over to our YouTube channel under Houston Community College. Subscribe to that, and you'll get notifications when shows like these are posted. Plus, you can find us on podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts, and you can download our podcast directly from our page at hccs.edu/podcasts. We've been talking all along this half hour so far about the Global Energy Center of Excellence here at HCC. Now we'll meet one of our students. Christopher Nickerson earned his Associates of Applied Science degree in the Instrumentation and Controls program. Good afternoon, Christopher. Thanks for being here.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Before I get to your experience at HCC, why don't you tell us what you're up to right now and where you're working?
Actually, I know it says recent graduate, but I'm currently have 2 classes left.
I got you.
So we're still doing the job search, and I'm still at my current employer. In the process of searching for an opportunity in the field of instrumentation. There's a lot of jobs out there, but we're at the end of a quarter, getting ready to start another quarter. So we're just giving time for companies to come around and do the contacting and calling and hiring.
What led you to HCC? Had you been to college before, and what led you here?
Yes, I've been to college before. What brought me to HCC? I knew about the instrumentation from Texas City. That's where I currently grew up, was in Texas City. College of the Mainland had the instrumentation program. Of course, I wasn't going to drive from Katy to Texas City to take classes every day. That's a major hike.
Right, yeah.
So I did my homework and began to search, and HCC Northeast had a program, San Jac, Baytown, and another couple of schools further away. But after doing my due diligence, I found out that HCC was more competitive, more industries respected and valued their program. I found out that different major companies were partnering with them, supporting and investing in their lab equipment. And so I thought it would be best that I invest in HCC and HCC invest in me to give me what I need to compete in this industry. Of course, I'm not a teen anymore, so I have to have a degree and I have to have education that's going to help me compete with that younger crowd.
You kind of touched on a few of these, but what are the strengths that you see in the program here at HCC?
The one thing I credit HCC, no knocks or anything against any other programs or any other schools. HCC has a great staff. I mean, from the Veteran Affairs Department to the advising to the department and the deans and the chairs, all those individuals are excellent. I give them A+ because I started in 2018. I took a break, started a new job, new position. I was enjoying it. And VA just kept calling me. HC just kept reaching out. Hey, do you want to come back and finish? Do you want you so close? I say, you know what do I have to lose? And here's a strange thing. I end up enrolling, and then COVID hit, and everything went virtual. everything went into standstill. So I was like, maybe this was meant to be. So, you know, with the people reaching out at HCC to encourage me to come back and finish, I took advantage of that. And I have to credit, you know, the staff is excellent because they're more concerned about what we learn and what we know versus what they teach.
Yeah.
And so that was a value asset to me because I didn't just want to invest in a piece of paper or in an education that I didn't gain anything from it, and I didn't have anybody supporting me in the background.
Yeah, you're a veteran, I'm hearing as well,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I want to ask you this. You mentioned COVID. All of our lives changed back in March, and we went learning online with online delivery. How was that for you, and are you able to get back to the campuses now to do your lab work?
The online part hasn't been an issue to me because, you know, most colleges, most schools, as a matter of fact, probably 80 to 85% of your graduate degrees are now online or some distant hybrid form now. And that's for the working adult. So most colleges, universities are moving to that trend because you have more adults going back to school. So you have to create a platform that allows for us to take advantage of education without quitting a job and still be able to go to work. So it really wasn't an issue for me. It was actually a blessing in disguise. The only thing that concerned me and a couple more students were how we were going to do labs. And so when HCC sent out the survey about what we thought in the COVID protocols and the CDC stance and how they were going to do labs, you know, we were all in. And so we do our lecture, WebEx, we do our lab on campus, and it all worked out to the good.
Are you taking the online on a schedule or online anytime? Do you interact with your professors in a live format?
Yes.
Or is it all recorded?
It's live. I'm online on the schedule. I see Dr. Muhammad on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8, and it's live.
And that's been working out well for you, it sounds like,
yes.
with the fact that you're continuing to work a full-time job.
That's correct. That's correct.
Let me ask you, where do you see this online component playing a major role in moving forward with training students?
Yes, we're getting ready to figure out and try to understand the nature and the dynamics of oil and gas. And so you got that group of people, you know, middle-aged, young, that has to figure out what's the next step and what's the next chapter in my life. And so what do I do to reinvent and to rebrand myself? And for those ladies and gentlemen, most of them, if not all of them, going to have to go back to school and do something different. And so if they're on a job or in between jobs, online is going to better suit them, that they can continue to, you know, stay employed and go to school at the same time. It works. And I think COVID, although we were forced into a new reality, it taught us some things. We made some mistakes. We rebound from those mistakes. And I believe going forward, virtual, online, come as you want to, you know, because HCC got 3 different types of programs. I think as we progress forward, it would get better because the mistakes that were made in the beginning, they will capitalize off that to make it more of an asset instead of a pause or a letdown or a disappointment, however people want to define it.
Christopher Nickerson, great way of putting it. We really appreciate you joining us. Always great to hear our success stories. Good luck in your job search, and stay safe.
You too.
And thank you for joining us on the topic. To learn more about our Global Energy Center of Excellence, visit hccs.edu/global energy. For the topic on HCC TV, I'm Todd Duplantis, and I'll see you next week.